The comment section for the YouTube video, the 2 truths, 1 lie. Yeah, the ones that were like, Damien has clearly never been in a fight. I've watched his body language and he's clearly lying to seem cool. I'm like, yeah, I'm violent to be cool. It's a cool thing to lie about because it's cool. Whatever. I didn't respond to those. The ones that I did respond to were kind of icky. I told a story about me being attacked on the street. And there was like a, sorry, trigger warning. You got 5 seconds to back away if there's any kind of attack that's gonna freak you out, and come back in 1 minute, or mute yourself and I'll go when everything's fine. 5. Got it. So one time in the middle of the night, I was groped on the street by a stranger. I was just waiting for an Uber on a dark street, and he came up and he grabbed my genitals, and it was really awful, and I fought him. And so like there were comments in the chat that were like, and I know as a cis mostly het man, what I experience is just the smallest sliver of what someone femme presenting or assigned female at birth would experience. So like I fully acknowledge that, but like people in the so you're probably, a lot of you know strangers to this, but people in the YouTube video were like, oh well, Damien was probably being hit on in a cruising spot by a gay man and then just beat up an innocent person. And it was like dog, what? How did you Sean Johnson yourself through those mental hoops to make this random stranger I described attacking me the hero of the story? It was literally just like, so I would respond to comments like that and be like, oh, so I was, and oh, they'd say like things like, yeah, how was he to know that the guy with dyed hair and painted nails, you know, wasn't looking for some action? And I was like, so I was asking for it by the way I dressed? Cool. So people are rough. And consent is a thing. Exactly. Someone's sexuality doesn't change the need for consent anywhere. It's so victim blaming. It is. It's part of that culture. We don't have to get into it right now, but just saying like it was a weird day yesterday, like opening up about that on a YouTube video and then people being like, oh, I bet he's not telling the truth. And it was like, ugh, like I know a lot of people experience this to a much higher degree and I only got a taste of it, but it's still icky. So anyway, people saying stuff about me wearing shorts to get, yeah, Laurel, I'm fucking sorry sorry for cursing too, but ugh, Jesus. Yeah, no, just for the record, nobody's asking for anything ever, ever really. So yeah, it's a mess. Anyway, thanks for listening. I am okay. It's not okay that it happened. I am okay. It was also, you know, when I talk about like resorting to fighting, there was a part of me that was like, I could have gotten out of there, but I was waiting for an Uber in front of my then girlfriend's place, where she would walk all the time with her dog. Like, and I'm thinking like, this guy's just hanging around there waiting to grope people. So it's like, no, I fought him to show like, you know, people are like, teach him a lesson. And I'm like, that's stupid language, but kind of in reality, excuse me, it's like, no, he needs to know that this is not an okay spot to try that. Something might happen. So anyway, yeah. Show them those actions aren't cool. Yeah, I mean, there should be consequences. Like, I'm not gonna, usually I'll Naruto my way and use like talk no jutsu and be like, why would you think that's okay? But I'm like, no, in this situation, someone can get their rocked and think about it for a while. So any hoozle, that's that. Yeah, Naruto run at them next time. Yeah. Game player. All right. So I'm gonna read out 2 tips real quick. What if they did that to somebody who couldn't defend themselves? That's awful, and I don't know the answer. I like hope they are in jail. Like, thinking about it later, I was like, I should have called somebody, but it was, you know, when people talk about fight or flight, there's also freeze and fawn. You know, and freezing is like you don't know what to do, you're just stuck there, and fawning is like you do whatever you way to be like, I can't, I gotta talk my way out of it, like it's okay, everything's fine. And so, you know, it was one of the first times in my life that I didn't freeze in a situation, and I fought. It was very rare for me, but still thinking about it afterwards with a clear mind of just like, oh, I should have done this, I should have called the cops. Like, it's just, you know. So any hoozle. And also, good job, chat, for not trauma dumping. Yeah, thank you very much, Flea Rose. It's hard because I want to talk about these things and normalize them, but I also don't want to open up the can of worms that makes this the theme of the stream, because it's not. But thank you for listening. So anyway, those are the comments I focused on where I was just like, I gotta call these out, because if you're apologizing for someone you don't even know who assaulted me, like, yeah, no. 100 bits from Super Dasks. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I usually freeze because I never know how to handle anything. I mean, same. Marsha's queer, same. I think if I were not outside of my then girlfriend's place, I would have maybe reacted differently, but it was very much like the, no, like, she lives here, like, kind of vibe that was kicking in. It's easier for me to defend others than myself, that's for damn sure. You know. Anyway, how are y'all doing? Should have broken the hairline. Someone watched the video. Alrighty. It's okay not to call. Yeah, it is okay not to call. I wish I would have filed a report of some kind to get it on the books, but like, you know, how often do people take that seriously? Anyway, you won a lip sync battle last night. Occult books, that's rad as hell. Also, I love your name. Please send us all the occult books you have, all the Solomonic symbols. Just give me all your Solomonic symbols of Goetia. We got Naomi's. There we go, dropping 100 bits. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Started a diet this week. Okay, that's awesome, Jester Cupcake. Eating healthy is great. Don't overdo it. Don't focus too much on the numbers. As long as you're feeling good and eating healthily, that's great. But guess what? You're also allowed to be a person and eat food that makes you feel good too. Do whatever's best for you. Can we get a nail check? I mean, there's no painted nails today. I haven't painted my nails in a while. It's just, it was sort of a lot of upkeep. And I'm excited to get back to it. It's